YouTube Gaming, are you guys ready for Live with YouTube Gaming, YouTube's first ever live series? We have such a great show for you guys today. We've got Let's News with Melanie Mac, MatPat, and Nadeshot coming right up. MatPat is also here for a live Deadlock Debate, the first one ever. We're going to chat about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The beta is coming out tomorrow, and play some Battlefield 1, all with my buddy Nadeshot. Plus, Dear Bossman is back. And we are so excited because the Naked and Famous will be here to close out the show performing 2 tracks. And as always, you get to control the show. You can go to primetimevoting.com and get ready to vote. So leave that tab open for the next hour. Let's do it! All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Live with YouTube Gaming. We are in the pocket. The guests have been loaded in 10 seconds. Here we are, and we are ready for a big live show. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Keighley, and we are going to dive right into all the gaming news headlines right now. We've got an awesome panel of guests. Melanie Mac is here. Great to have you in from Arizona. Thanks for joining us. Lots to talk about with League of Legends, and we are so excited to have back. He was here week 1. We missed him last week. Nadeshot, back again. FPS legend, as they call it. This is your week, Nadeshot. I mean, Battlefield, Call of Duty, lots to talk about.
I'm itching right now. This is Q4. Every new shooter comes out. I'm so excited.
All right, well, we're glad you put the game on pause. Join us for a little bit. And finally, we are so excited to have him live with us, the one and only game theorist, MatPat. Great to have you here, MatPat. He'll be busy today as well. We're going to get news, and we're going to live Deadlock Debate.
Yeah, thanks for getting me out of the house and stopping playing Sister Location for a change. So,
I was going to say, you had a big live stream last week of that.
I did, yeah. It was a long live stream of that.
But lots of people watching. Well, it's great to have you guys here. Let's get right into some of the news of the week. And our first topic is about League of Legends, Melanie.
Yes.
A little controversy this week, of course. The Worlds are going on right now for League. And recently, League of Legends superstar Han Kill Road Yoon was fined $2,000. Probably not a huge worry for him, but he was also suspended for 1 game of the Worlds for verbal abuse of a teammate. And here is what he said in a game. He said this to one of his teammates, not a competitor. He said, "Go die, go die, go die." And this was enough for Riot to decide that he should be suspended for 1 game. Now, when they looked into it, they said they looked at his chat logs and said he had sort of said similar things. Other people, there was even potentially a remark that could be interpreted as somewhat racist that he said. But what's interesting to me about this is that he wasn't saying this to a competitor. He was saying this to someone on his team.
Right.
But still, it led to a ban. So, Melanie Mac, let me start with you, since you know a lot of things League of Legends. Was this a fair ban, do you think?
I think it really depends on the context, and it's kind of hard to tell because you don't know if he's saying that as in like your character, you're going and dying all the time, like go die, like spawn die over and over again. So it's really hard to call just based off of that. But I mean, with the whole like teammate toxicity, I feel like that's where it's most toxic is with teammates than the opposing team, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it really depends on context there.
And obviously, a player whose first language wasn't English, so it's sort of like he tried to explain afterwards, like he didn't really mean it in the way you might interpret it. Matt, you play a lot of online multiplayer games. Tell us about the trash talk.
To be honest with you, I think Riot's just trying to set an example. I mean, it's Worlds, so they have tons of money invested in this entire event, and I think they're just trying to set a precedent, make an example out of him, say that they don't want to deal with this type of behavior from their professional players. So let's find him some money, give him a short ban, and so that we can try to do damage control on these players doing these things. I mean, you have so many eyes. They had like 250,000 concurrent viewers today, I think it was. I mean, you do not want that type of language in front of all of that money that you've invested into your game and the event itself. So
it's true, but I know some people are upset because this is in the middle of the Worlds, and he got banned for 1 game, not 3, so it sort of may have given a power play to one of the teams. MatPat, what's your take on this this controversy?
I don't know. I have to agree with Melanie. It's one of those things where, like, are we sure that it wasn't like some secret code that he was giving his teammate, right? Like, you go die, go die, distract. Maybe it was a distraction technique, right? It was getting in the minds of the other team. No, but I think if this truly is kind of like him being frustrated by how the game is being played or being frustrated by how his teammate is performing, it's a tough situation for the players because I think all of us sitting on the couch who are passionate about games get really involved. And this is like the biggest stage in gaming, right? And so the pressure is insurmountable. It would be like football players in the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
And you can imagine what sort of colorful language is being
Yes.
tossed around in the huddles. Like, hey, you sucked because you didn't catch that last pass or whatever.
Yeah.
And so to me, these guys are being put at a lot of pressure because, you know, we're in their headsets the entire time. We're seeing everything that they're doing. So
And the logs are there. That was interesting. Is like,
Right,
you know, Riot
exactly.
rolled back the tape and said, like,
Well,
let's
why is
analyze
Riot-
all his chat logs.
And so that's, you know, I appreciate the fact that Riot is trying to set an example and like, hey, let's make this a positive environment. But also, you kind of have to forgive this sort of thing where it is like, hey, it was in the heat of the moment. I was really frustrated. It was a crucial play, whatever.
Well, what I want to know is why was he telling them in text chat? Like, why was he like,
Yeah, why not on the headset?
They
Yeah.
wanted everybody to go see it. Like, I get it. Trust me, I've had some situations where I'm just incredibly frustrated with my teammates.
Right.
I've never had somebody step in and fine me or anything like that for the language that I've used. So I think it's really tough. For me, I think they're just trying to set a precedent. Like, I'm going to stick by that. Especially, it's Worlds, all this money invested into this tournament. You have to set a precedent.
But should it be Riot, or like when you were on Optic, would Hex be the guy that would say, hey, Matt, time out?
Well,
like, so who should it be?
You'd probably be joining in with me. No, that's a tough situation. I think Riot, they have all these players under contracts.
Right.
Like, they're running the show. They're the NBA. They're everything. Like,
Player Association. Okay.
Everybody is under Riot's will. So you got to perform to their like terms of service. They probably have contracts where they agree that you won't, you know, participate in this kind of behavior. So it's really a fine line in finding them, but they have all the power to do it. All the money that's coming from Riot is going straight back into the players. So. I don't know. It's a juggling act, I feel like.
Oh, go ahead.
It depends, too, if this was just like, this is all that we're seeing. We don't see everything else that he said. One of the articles I read earlier were saying that he said some racist things.
Right.
So I think when
And
you
we haven't
venture
seen
into
the
that
logs of what that
territory,
is.
then that's totally, I can totally see that, and it totally makes sense. I think just this piece alone is just so vague and so hard to tell, but I do commend Riot for wanting to provide a more positive environment and stuff for the examples that are out there. But just for this piece alone, but we don't know what else was said.
No one's going to be text chatting anymore for the rest of the world.
I know.
I'm sure.
Absolutely not.
Got to avoid it, I guess.
We'll see. And Mel, is this going to impact, you think, like the actual games and the results of the Worlds in any way?
I think it could make a big difference. I mean, this is like, you know, make it or break it right now. So this is the absolute worst time to be having to sit out a game. So
Exactly.
it really
Group
could
stage,
make a
and that was
huge
part of
impact.
the thing is like I think a lot of people said, why one game, why not three? So everyone was disadvantaged in the same way. But anyways, we will find out. The Worlds will continue, and they'll be live on YouTube at the end of October. You'll watch it live from the Staples Center, the finals. So lots happening right now. All right, next story. Now, another online game, very popular, Counter-Strike Go. Well, recently Valve announced that sprays within Counter-Strike Global Offensive are a microtransaction now, and you can get a box of 50 graffiti sprays for roughly $4. Now, this is something that was in Counter-Strike, back when it was made over 10 years ago. Disappeared for a while, was never in CSGO, now has been added. You can see some of the sprays here. And the basic idea here is that you have to pay to put graffiti in the game, and you only get 50 sprays, or you have to buy it again. You can get it through drops in the game and whatnot, but this is, an example of game companies trying to add microtransactions. Matt, wanted to start with you on this one. What's your take on this? Is this sort of is this a little too much?
All right, I got a couple things to say.
Yes.
So I just need to get through them.
Okay.
One,
You have the floor, Nate.
I'm an influencer in the space,
Yeah.
and I have never received money from Activision. I've never received money from Valve. I've never been paid as an influencer to push microtransactions. There's actually a lot of controversy within like Twitter and YouTube that people within this space are getting paid to shove these microtransactions and show them in a good light.
Yep.
I personally don't have a problem with microtransactions, especially when it's something cosmetic.
Right.
Because, I mean, CSGO, I didn't play Source, I didn't play 1.6, but with Global Offensive, this huge uprise that this game has had and swept everybody off their feet is mostly because of the cosmetic gambling
Weapon skins,
and
all that
weapon
stuff.
skins.
Yeah.
I love trying to get something that somebody else can't get.
Right.
Now, it's a very, very fine line, though, because you have games like Advanced Warfare where they had microtransactions, but it changed the game. Like, it wasn't just cosmetic.
Right.
You were paying for weapon variants that would make your gun stronger or better in a tactical situation. That I'm totally against.
Right.
It's game breaking. What I love.
So cosmetic stuff you're cool with.
Cosmetic I'm totally fine with because I like rare items. Like that really gets me invested in the game. And I really wasn't even playing CSGO that heavy, but I wanted to have the dope karambit knife, something like that. So graffiti, I don't have much experience with it, but I really love when companies execute pay to win, or not. Oh, my God. Back up.
You know someone edited that out.
Oh, no. That's going on in forever. Back up. Like,
this is live.
With,
we can't
with
rewind.
Clash Royale. So I got into Clash Royale very, very late, but I was able to be a filthy, filthy gemmer, and I was able to catch up.
Yes.
But it doesn't make you like the best player. It just gives, it allows you to pay to pass time.
Right.
But as long as you're not paying to win.
But in the competitive environment, it should be level playing field.
Yeah,
your
at
skill
all
versus
times.
someone else.
Like if you're even trying to make a game where it's player versus player, you cannot mess with the game mechanics.
I would not disagree with that. MatPat, what's your take on this?
It's true. I mean, I agree 100%. If it's not changing the way the game is being played, then if people are willing to pay for it, then they should be able to pay for it, right? But because the only spraying I'm doing in these sorts of games is just like wildly spraying my machine gun. Like I'm not good. So but I'm also not going to pay for aesthetic stuff like that. But I know a lot of people are. Like you said, the cosmetic upgrades to guns and the TF2 and the hats, like really kind of like the precursor to all of this. Like it's such a huge part of that environment. If people are willing to pay, fine. But as long as it's not giving them an unfair advantage, that's quite all right. And I think it would also be another story if sprays had been in the game, removed, and then now cost money. But as you mentioned, as you were recapping the story, they were not initially a part of Go specifically.
Exactly.
And so this is a new feature, this is an added thing, so it's only additive. It's not subtracting away a feature and then forcing people to pay.
All right, well, we want to hear what you guys at home think. If you go to primetimevoting.com right now, you can let us know how enraged you are about this controversy around graffiti in CSGO and the fact you have to pay for it. Melmac, what's your take, Melanie, on all these things?
I kind of have mixed feelings on this because I'm all about like buying the cosmetics and stuff like that. I have all kinds of skins on League, and I think that's great. And I think it's a great way to support a game. And it's like, I'm cool with that. But 50 uses?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're buying this thing, you need to be able to spray as much as you want. Spam that business everywhere, man. It's like, I spent real money on this. I worked hard on this.
It is kind of absurd.
I'm going to paint the walls, man.
That you can you can at least get the tag and use it when you want, but the fact that it runs out after
They're
50
stretching.
sprays?
I mean, it is a stretch. Listen, I saw a couple professionals in the CSGO scene tweeting about it. Like I said, if it was in 1.6 in source and now they're bringing it back, as he said, with microtransactions, that you're really riding a fine line. And then what Melanie said, it should have unlimited
that is
uses.
taken out and they charge you for it. To Matt's point, it wasn't a feature in CSGO.
Yeah, but then again, you have other games that have cards. Like if you play like NBA 2K16 or Madden or FIFA Ultimate Team, whatever it's called, they have cards that you can buy in packs, but they'll run out. Like the card is so good that they only give you like 3 games worth of it. Obviously, it's a little different because that's changing the game itself. So graffiti, I don't know.
Well, the fans at home spoke, and it's a 7 out of 10 on the rage meter.
7 out of 10 on the rage meter.
Exactly.
See, I love aesthetic. Like I've spent so much money on CS:GO cases, and I've never opened a knife in my entire life. And I still want to spend money. So Valve probably loves me for that reason. Like I'm a terrible consumer.
Are you going to be tagging up tonight then?
You're a fantastic. You're like a pro consumer.
I still need to get
a whale of consumers.
Yeah, I need to get a knife. Like I get it.
Give the man a knife.
I'm a crappy consumer, and some people don't agree with that. 7 out of 10 on rage, but I love aesthetic. Like if I could pay money to get something that somebody else can't have, that's just general consumerism.
That's how Nadeshot rolls.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
all right, moving on. On to the next one. All right. On a topic that's not as controversial, this year marks the 20th anniversary of Tomb Raider, and as part of the celebration, they released Rise of the Tomb Raider, the 20th anniversary celebration on Tuesday. Melanie Mack, you are part of the Primetime on YouTube gaming lineup, and we saw you streaming Tomb Raider.
Right.
You're a Lara Croft girl?
I am a huge fan. I have been with the series since the beginning, so it's my all-time favorite series. I have a very unhealthy obsession with it, actually. So yeah, Blood Ties, the DLC, they had Blood Ties and then Lara's Nightmare for the 20th anniversary celebration. Absolutely amazing. Had an awesome time playing it, and I really feel like what's amazing about Blood Ties is that there was a little bit of a disconnect between the classic fans who have been with the series forever and then the new fans, because there were a lot of changes in the story. Lara's backstory has changed a lot, and Blood Ties really put those pieces together. So while it still is a lot different, they showed the classic fans like, hey, we didn't forget about you. We're incorporating parts of classic Lara into the new Lara, and you know, she's still Lara Croft.
Right. Now, this game came out originally for Xbox last year, now on PlayStation as well. That was a bit controversial that Lara Croft started as a PlayStation character. They did this big Xbox exclusive deal. Not sure if that was really worth it for them, but now it's out for 20th anniversary. Matt, Tomb Raider, I don't know if that feels like Nadeshot style.
Apparently, I've never had a childhood because I never played Tomb Raider, and I think Melanie just schooled me on it completely in every way possible. So I have no Tomb Raider input. Although I did actually see like the gameplay trailer playthrough at E3 where they were going up that crazy snowy mountain. If you guys haven't seen it, it's actually really, really dope. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one. I don't know a thing about Tomb Raider.
All right, well, let's see if people at home, if you have a favorite era of Lara Croft, you can go to primetimevoting.com and let us know if you like the classic 1996 one, the PS2 era, or the brand new Lara Croft voiced by
I was 4 years old, 1996. No wonder I didn't play that game. What?
Were you 4 years old?
That's at 1996, yeah.
Man, way to make yourself feel
that's
old.
That's why I went to that was the second E3. I was at the second E3
1996.
You
could be my dad. Wow! I was watching Barney and Blue's Clues. Like, what? Sipping from my juice box.
That's where it could have began for you with Tomb Raider. No?
I was making finger art in preschool.
Did you have an original PlayStation?
Yeah, no, I had an original PlayStation.
So you were like 4 when you got your first PlayStation?
It must have been then.
Okay.
Yeah, I played Super Nintendo. I played Sega. You know, like Paperboy. Space Invaders, my jam, like that was great.
Space Invaders, like Atari style?
Well, actually, it was just my dad.
Pac-Man in a bar back in the late 70s, but it's like,
come on, you guys are picking on me. Now, Galaga. Now, Galaga, that's a title we should be talking about.
You played that in arcade?
Yeah, no, actually on the original Nintendo with my dad. It was my dad, my brother, and I. That's all we would do is play Galaga.
Okay.
What was your first console?
My first console had to be the original Nintendo.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we had like the original.
So you were playing
Game
the
Boys.
original Nintendo after the Super Nintendo and things had come out. You went back to the original Nintendo.
We didn't have no money, bro. We were broke.
It's a family heirloom. I mean, that's how I kind of inherited my NES too.
And that's why that NES Classic that they're bringing out in November, that little small one that's going to hook up the TV, I think it's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll have to play it here live. All right, MatPat, what's your take on all things game theory around Lara Croft?
Around Lara Croft, the only I'm not allowed to talk about Lara Croft and the only theory that we've done on her because it was a controversial one way back in the archives about, you know, the realness or fakeness of certain parts of her body.
We're going to search that on game theory right now.
It was a darker time in game theory's history. It was earlier days. They were non-PC days. Anyway, so don't go looking those up. But no, I actually have to agree with my cohort on the couch here. I have never actually played fully on a Tomb Raider game. I think because for me it missed a generation, right? I was hardcore Nintendo, I was hardcore console, and just the fact that it was PlayStation, it was disc-based, all this stuff, I didn't have those consoles growing up, and so I was always interested in it, but I never actually had the opportunity to buy the disc and play it until it was far too late, and by that point there were other games that I was interested in.
Now's your chance.
Right?
I know.
Well, yeah,
Come on.
Are we bad gamers?
I don't think so. Because the other question I've had, and maybe Melanie, you can point me in the right direction, but it's always fit a weird genre for me. Like it feels like it kind of should be Legend of Zelda-esque or like Uncharted-esque, but for some reason it's like more puzzly, but it's not really puzzly.
It's puzzle, action, adventure, kind of a different balance.
It's very similar, like in Uncharted. There's like this new series has a little bit more kind of combat to it, good storyline tied to it. Like,
but I think that was always my concern with it was not only did I kind of miss the console generation, but it was also one of those things where it never fit cleanly into one of the genres, right? Like, it's kind of puzzly, it's kind of actiony, it's kind of adventure-y.
Old school Tomb Raider will keep you stumped for days.
Really?
Are there any games
you would move like a tank
right
almost
now that are similar to Tomb Raider that I could get?
Uncharted,
I would say now Tomb Raider has changed a lot in its gameplay style and stuff. It still has a lot of the similarities and stuff, but it's kind of evolved more into what games are now because it was so different back then. So it's similar to Uncharted, but more
Can you
exploration,
buy like
more
cool
puzzles.
tank tops and pants and stuff?
You do. You can't use your outfits.
What kind of microtransactions?
Not only that,
microtransactions?
they've got the classic skins.
You get a lotto for different tank tops.
You're going to go buy all these tonight. What a time to be alive,
And get this too. You didn't get to play classic Tomb Raider, but you can play the new Tomb Raider with a classic skin, like the polygon,
really,
old school
Polygon Lara
Yeah,
Croft.
Polygon Lara.
Yes.
All right, well, Tomb Raider is out now, and you guys actually at home said you liked the current Lara Croft the best out of all of them.
all right.
So, yes,
Good stuff.
beautiful with Camilla Lovington doing the voice. All right, well, there's one last thing we wanted to show you guys. One of the things we want to do here on Live with YouTube Gaming is highlight some of the up-and-coming YouTubers out there in the gaming community, folks that might have smaller channels but are doing really awesome stuff that you guys should discover. So right now, we are going to introduce you to the Mariachi Entertainment System. Check this out. These guys are in San Antonio, Texas, and the Mariachi Entertainment System, 5 to 6 members, and what these guys do, they want to bring Mexican culture and video game culture together, so they cover a lot of famous video game themes with their musical arrangements. You can actually download their tracks on iTunes, Amazon, Louder, and Google Play, and here is a clip. This is on YouTube. You can go to their channel right now and check it out. This is a cover of them performing a song from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Take a listen to this. You'll know this theme.
Yeah. That's awesome. Right? Play that trumpet.
There you go. Check out the full performance on their channel. I'm sure Reggie has them play all the time at his summer house. Very cool stuff. All right, well, thanks so much to Matt, and Melanie, 3 M's, and we'll see more from you guys a little bit later. We got lots happening up in the show, and you can go to primetimevoting.com right now for more updates and quizzes throughout the show. We've got a lot of shows still coming up. MatPat is going to be back in just a minute with his first ever live Deadlock Debate for your for game theory fans. We've also got a new video from Lou at Unbox Therapy. Great to have him in the show. We'll also be covering the Infinite Warfare beta. Matt's going to be, we're talking a bit about that. We've also got Battlefield 1 has gone live for some players around the world today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to play a little bit of that. And we also have a challenge for Nadeshot in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. So he's going to be very busy a little bit later. We've got another edition of Dear Bossman coming up. And finally, the Naked and Famous are here, and they're going to be performing live their new single, Higher, and also they did an amazing cover of a song that you all know from a video game, and they did the rehearsal earlier. It's going to be fantastic, so stick around for that. All right, well, in honor of the release of Marvel's Doctor Strange on next week's Live with YouTube Gaming, we're going to be hosting an exclusive mind game challenge right here on our stage. You'll have to tune in to find out exactly what that is. But before things get a little strange around here, you can check out a special look at the movie, which is in theaters November 4th.
Hey everybody, Kyle here. Right now, everyone knows it's election season and there are a lot of important issues to discuss. MatPat is here to help us decide, is hype killing video games? This is Deadlock Debate. Good evening and welcome to the very first Deadlock Debate on Live with YouTube Gaming. I'm Kyle Bossman and I will be your moderator this evening. Matt, welcome. Tell us how the Deadlock Debate works.
Okay, so Deadlock, for those of you who don't know, is a popular segment over on my channel, The Game Theorists. Basically, it's a debate format. It's a discussion about some controversial gaming topic, right? Like, which console is best, SNES or Genesis?
SNES.
I mean, I like Sega, I like Sonic. He's a good guy, I'm just saying.
See, well, that sort of discussion is one that we're...
game, though.
Even though he's clearly right.
There's a really good franchise on this.
Right, thank you, all right. I'm not sucking up to the moderator or anything. So tonight, because a lot of the fans of this series have been asking for it, we are doing one live right here on YouTube Gaming. The topic is, as the dear moderator has already ceded to you guys, is hype killing video games? My opponent here is JD Witherspoon from the channel Run JD1. Run, JD, run. Sorry.
I can be the one too. That's fine.
The one and only. Sir, anything you want to say about your channel?
Yeah, I do video games and stuff, guys. It's fun. I play them. I scream at them if they're scary. I yell at them if they're frustrating. It's a good business to be a part of. YouTube, we're here.
What is the noise you make if they're fun?
If they're fun?
Yeah.
You know what? If they're fun, it's kind of like I kind of just give them that like cool vibe, like, yeah, you did your job, right? That's cool. Yeah. I appreciate you for not frustrating me today. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your rage sound? See now,
My
I'm
rage?
curious.
I play a Mario Maker, and like that's a game that just is
raging at Mario.
infuriating.
Yeah.
Like you're playing, you're hopping. I'm talking about 2 hours trying to beat one of my viewers' level, because they'll send me levels to like beat. And I can't.
Yeah.
But they don't know, like, I can't. I'm editing these videos. So, you know, I got a 2-hour segment that I knocked down to, like, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It was just, like, me going, like, oh, this is fun. And then hours of me, like, no, God, why? How come I can't get over? And then cut back to, well, thank you for submitting that level.
It was great.
Hey, Jason456, man. Don't send any more. Like that's like the vibe on my channel.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for debating.
Absolutely.
So those of you, to kind of catch you guys up on what the rules of Deadlock are, at least for these live shows, JD and I have both flipped a coin backstage to decide randomly who gets what side of the debate. We each get 30 seconds to present our opening statements. Then we're going to move on to the arguments round, where we each get to present 2 arguments, each one about a minute in length. And then lastly, we close off with closing statements. This final round is, again, 30 seconds. So when you hear this sound, I have to complete the thought. You have to complete your thought. Otherwise, you know, Mr. Moderator here is going to start to give us grief.
I will. And here's the best part, is that you at home, you're going to get to decide the winner. Go ahead and go to primetimevoting.com right now to get ready to vote your favorite debater to victory. You can cast your vote at any time during the debate, and you can switch. If you say, oh, JD is actually making a lot of sense, I can actually switch my vote mid-voting.
Oh, so it's not one and done. No hanging chads.
You can
or anything?
switch your vote at any point.
We truly live in a technological age.
I make lots of sense.
Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see how the audience.
The vote will be so clear, no one will have to switch.
It's all about the audience. Anyway, gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm thinking I'm ready. Matt, you are arguing anti-hype right now, right?
I am anti-hype, yes. I got anti-hype.
You guys got to get ready faster. This segment, we got to do it.
Okay,
let's do it then.
Okay, you're going to get 30 seconds for your opening statement.
Do I have to stand?
Please stand.
Man, this
Use
is
those
formal.
legs.
Yes.
This is formal. I feel like a presidential election or something right here.
This is that serious.
Don't you be trumping me behind here, like making sounds and stuff. All right. You ready?
Yes, you get 30 seconds.
Okay.
The clock begins now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube Gaming Live Primetime with Jeff Keighley Spectacular, viewers at home, viewers here in the studio, hype is killing video games, and I can prove it in 3 words. Ready? No Man's Sky. Boom. Done. A game that promised and completely underdelivered on every single one of those promises. It is an example of the problem that hype is today. It is bad for the game developers, it is bad for the gaming industry, and most importantly of all, it is bad for you, the gamer. Gonna talk about that coming up in a minute.
Wow.
I'm not supposed to clap for you.
Feel free. Please clap for me.
So, JD, you are arguing for hype in video games.
Yes.
Do you have your statement prepared?
Hold on, let me get my notes
Okay.
out. Okay. So,
Yeah, you got it.
yeah, we're
That's
good.
great.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
We're putting 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
Your time begins now.
Guys, where would you be without hype, huh? Let's think about that. Where would your favorite games be without hype? What would be Super Mario without a little hype? I mean, I gotta have friends telling me at school, hey man, there's this plumber you should get to know. And you know, that's a thing, you know? I'm talking about Halo, I'm talking about Smash Brothers, Kingdom Hearts. There are games, see, the audience gets it. They're here. You can't see them, well, you can see the back of their heads, but they're going like this. Yes, I like this guy. JD 2020. All right, what? All right.
That is your time. Wow, that's great.
I think I made valid points.
A powerful opening statement. Yes, absolutely. So, Matt, you get one argument now. You get 60 seconds on the clock.
Thank you. I'd love to talk about what just happened.
Sure. Please?
I won their hearts? That's what do you mean?
Your time starts right now.
Some people here in the couch right now might be saying a bunch of random video game names that you like, but have nothing to do with the argument at hand, which is hype, okay?
No.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah, Mario, yeah. What does it have to do with hype? Nothing. You know what has to do with hype, though? Vicious cycles. Hype is a vicious cycle where game developers get you all excited about a feature set that's coming out for a new game. Think of Mass Effect 3 and the custom endings that all your choices from the previous 2 games are going to end up with. Think about Watch Dogs 1 and that first beautiful cinematic trailer that they released that didn't deliver on the graphics and didn't deliver on the gameplay. What's happening is game developers are getting you super excited about these feature sets, these gameplay mechanics, all these big name titles, and then they're getting you to buy them, pre-order them, no less. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then all of a sudden you have the game and you get disappointed with it. What is otherwise a pretty good game or otherwise a great game, but because they set your expectations so high, you are so fundamentally disappointed and you just leave with a bad taste in your mouth. It is bad for you as a gamer, bad for the franchise, and also just bad for the video game industry.
Wow.
I'm allowed to complete my sentence. A lot of commas in the sentence.
I feel like this debate has started now.
Also, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm sure that gets
Mario and Zelda.
And time. Matt, you have to stop sooner or later. No, just kidding.
JD, are you ready for your first arguments?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna put a minute on the clock.
Okay.
Your time begins right now.
All right, like I said before, where would we be without hype, though? That's the thing. You really got to think about that. Some franchises wouldn't exist if we didn't have hype. I mean, there's people at home probably thinking to themselves, yeah, man, Matt's probably right. Some hype can kill games. True, but are we not excited for things like Final Fantasy VII, the remake? I mean, if we don't have that in our lives, that hype, that thing that's like, you know, that what is that? That's heart. That's feeling. That's what that is. I mean, that game, we've got the Halo franchise. Like, I mean, if Halo didn't get off the ground and play with all your friends and you start doing LAN parties, none of us would know, you know, how to destroy the Covenant. I mean, it's got 6 games, guys. I mean, it's a franchise. Things have to be done in order to keep the hype alive. I just don't want the hype to die. Can the hype not die, guys? I mean, come on, let's do this. Hype don't die. Hype don't die. Hype don't die. Hype don't die. All right, I think I made my point, you know? Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm gonna have to ask the audience not to participate. We can't permit that.
Thank you, guys.
JD clearly going for an emotional appeal. Matt, how will you respond?
I thought it was perfectly logical, actually. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't die.
Do you have your second argument prepared? Are you ready?
We'll see.
Okay, we'll put another minute on the clock.
We'll see if logic or heart wins the day today.
Hashtag hype don't die, guys. I mean, you can tweet it at me. It's fine.
The Twitter trend, hype don't die.
Okay, we got a minute on the clock. It's
All right,
ready.
let's do
it's
it.
ready for you. Your time begins right now.
I have a statement for you guys. Let's make video games great again, shall we? Make video gaming great again. Thank you. Yes, this man wants to make video gaming great again. Yes, he does. You, Joe Plumber at home, want to make video games great again. I can do the heart thing.
He's pushing an agenda.
No, but anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand once again, which is hype in video games. That vicious cycle I talked about before. We live in a day and age where games are made or broken off of the pre-order sales that come before the game is even released. And that is dangerous when it comes to hype. Because what does that mean? That means the video game developers can lie to you, can market you all these amazing features that are ultimately going to underdeliver, and they're going to get your money before the game is even released. Right? And then when the game is finally out, they have no responsibility to deliver you the game that you wanted. They already have your money. So the dual combination of pre-orders coupled with hype is a dangerous thing that is leaving a bad taste in the mouths of gamers like me, and I'm sure gamers like you at home. Heart.
Yeah.
Heart.
All right.
I'm talking about their pocketbooks, man.
Okay.
Do you know what's insane is how Matt is ready to end the argument right as the seconds tick down.
It's his show.
I cannot believe this. JD, do you have your second argument?
I am ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
We're going to put another 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins right now.
Okay. You guys want facts? Here's some facts for you. Yes, I agree. Hype can do bad things, you know. There are our mighty number 9s out there. There are our Sonic Booms, our Titanfalls. I did not like the first one. You know, it's just, that's a thing. But then again, there's hype that can be positive. Round of applause. How many people knew or played Pokemon before Pokemon Go came out? Okay, how many didn't know anything about Pokemon, just got into Pokemon Go, and next thing you know, is really, really enjoyed it? Anybody just get into it randomly, huh? No? 2! Well, you guys are not the majority here, it doesn't matter, but the rest of the people in the world brought into a new audience of Pokemon players because of Pokemon Go. We wouldn't have that without hype. We wouldn't have that without friends being like, dude, did you catch Pikachu yet? And it's like, I got a job, man, what are you talking about? But it's like, hey man, this is your job now. Hype for life, everyone, hype for life.
JD, your arguments are innovative.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is now time for closing statements. Matt, are you prepared to close your debate?
I think JD's been doing it for me the whole time.
Whoa. Hey, man. Wow.
That's like a compliment. I'm a closer? That's good. That means I get things done. I'm the Kobe Bryant of this conversation right now.
You're a doer.
What do you mean?
Don't make sports ball references. No one gets
Sports ball.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you have 30 seconds
All
on the
right.
clock, Matt. Begin your closing statement now.
I think we've talked about a lot of really important issues today, but let's talk about something that's a bit more personal. JD, tell me about the 4th and 5th Halo games. How did you feel about those?
Okay, look, I got emotional, right? Because I thought Halo was done, As soon as Halo 3 was over, I was like, I'm cool, that was fun. Master Chief's out of my life for the rest of my life. And then, I don't remember which E3 it was, but it was like, maybe 2011, I don't know. I woke up
We only have 30
to the
seconds,
announcement.
let's plow through the
I'm just gonna
memory,
take
shall
your
we?
time, it's fine.
It's okay.
I cried, that's what you wanted to hear?
Well,
I cried.
No, hold up, this doesn't count on the, okay, you cried.
We got time.
You were hyped about the release of Halo 4 and 5, yes?
Yes.
But then you played the games.
And I enjoyed it, but
what?
it met all expectations.
No,
I
it did
loved
not.
Because it was
He did
amazing.
not say that
It was
backstage.
amazing. It was
Backstage,
amazing.
he was like, "Oh man, those were
Backstage?
disappointing
What are you
games."
talking
The hype built him up, and they let him down.
Do you know how to win an election? Are you kidding me? No, just kidding.
JD, we need to know, for the sake of the debate, whether they were tears of joy or
No, they were
tears
joy.
of pain.
No, they were joy.
Joy leading up.
That's like
when it was announced, there were tears.
That's one of my
joy.
favorite franchises. That and Super Smash Brothers are like my top 2. But like Master Chief, like he resonates with me. Like,
So would you say 4 and 5 were like definitely met the hype?
He's like, yeah, he's like the father I wanted, but I got mine type of thing, Like he fought for everything I stand for. My dad just like, he just does stuff.
Master Chief just fights aliens. This is a whole other debate. JD, do you have your final?
He has the same
I
name.
feel like that's actually very
Yeah,
factual.
we have
There's
the
not much
same name
debate
too.
there.
Me and Master Chief, his name's John, my name's John. I mean, come on, guys. You guys just don't understand. They don't get hype, Right, audience? Don't let
No,
hype
do
die.
not
Don't
do
let
not
hype-
do that. Do you have your final statement prepared?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, all right, 30 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
Okay, we start with a chant. Don't let. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I come to some agreements with my buddy Matt here, but I'm just saying I think hype is very important. Honestly, I mean, think about hype in this scenario right now. You guys don't know who I am. You have no idea who I am right now. You guys are sitting back like, who's this random guy on the couch with a guy who's like probably really popular? But now I've built up hype that makes you want to know me, You guys are in your head at home. You guys are thinking about it too. You're like, dang, I should go check out that YouTube channel because this is one interesting guy. YouTube.com/RunJDRun if you want to check it out. But,
JD, that is your time.
I am hype is what I'm trying to say. That's all.
You are the embodiment of hype.
Can I get a round of applause for
Yeah,
hype?
absolutely.
Thank you. I didn't hear a buzzer. I thought I had.
Oh, it happened right before you plugged your URL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oops. I had to
Whatever
let
it takes. So that's the end of the debate. I need to know between you two, who do you think won this debate?
I think I may have won the debate, but I think JD won himself a couple more subscribers.
We're
I
about
think
to
he's
find out.
wrong.
The audience went with MatPat. 75% of the audience thinks Matt won the debate.
All right, there you go.
JD, are you okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, production.
That
was totally started by the producers. No one in studio wanted to clap for
you did it, Matt. hype is dead. Whatever.
Good. Truth in marketing our video games,
Now
JD.
all our games are gonna be like No Man's Sky. Are you happy now?
No, they're not. Do you even know what you were arguing for?
Hype don't die. Hype don't die. Hype don't die.
The segment
Hype
is
don't
done.
die.
The segment is
Hype
over.
don't
We're done.
die.
Woo! That is.
All right, guys.
Did I do a bad job as moderator?
You
Is
did
that my
great.
fault?
You
did
were
great.
awesome. You were awesome. Thank you. Get
we got to toss the show back to Jeff. Jeff, I want to know who you think won the debate.
I have to go with MatPat. 3-1 for MatPat. I'm with the fans.
Thank you.
So,
Okay.
JD, nothing against it. It was a great debate on both sides.
I can't even look at you,
And we
Jeff.
can't wait for the next deadlock. All right.
He's gonna steal your cookies
Good
out
stuff.
of the
All
green
right,
room.
congratulations, guys. That was awesome.
He already did.
The first Deadlock Debate on Live with YouTube Gaming. We'll have more coming up with Matt and the team. And we've got a lot of shows still to come. We're going to bring Nadeshot back. We're going to talk about Battlefield 1. We're actually going to play some Battlefield 1 live that you guys can check out, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, that beta. We'll have updates on that. Kyle Bossman will be back again. You'll get another Dear Bossman with 3 new video games, writing letters to Bossman. Stay tuned for that. And I'm going to share my thoughts on another controversy, which is release date chaos. You'll have to find out what that means a little bit later. And of course, the Naked and Famous are going to be with us live, performing 2 songs. You guys are not going to want to miss that. But right now, we're going to welcome a new member to the Live with YouTube Gaming family. He hails from Toronto, my hometown up in Canada. Here is Lou from Unbox Therapy.
What's up, YouTube Gaming Live? My name is Lou from Unbox Therapy here on YouTube. My channel is dedicated to the latest and greatest in gadgets and tech, but also gaming, and I know that's what you care about. So I decided to bring you an exclusive sneak peek at my latest creation. A completely over-the-top racing simulator. Jack, roll the tape.
Think you're pretty good, hey? This thing's been in development for a while, okay? It's a racing simulator, but it's unprecedented. Is it crazy? Yeah, maybe. So am I. To push all these pixels, it's an intense operation. I've been tinkering. But the moment is now. The truth is here. It's fighting back against you like an actual steering wheel would. Let's do a little. What do I look like? Do I look like Michael Schumacher? Huh? It's an open invite. All you gotta do is bring the pizza, bring the beer, and you could have free reign. Come over and drive a virtual version of a $2 million car. Sound like a deal?
Yes, that sounds good, Lou. I can't wait to get to Toronto and check out that rig. Awesome. All right, well, now we're going to get into first-person shooters. There is a lot of excitement over the next couple of weeks with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The beta is going online tomorrow. They're having a few technical issues with it right now, and they're working on that back at the studio at Infinity Ward. So we wanted to give a little statement from the team at IW. The lead multiplayer designer was supposed to be with us here today, but he's back at the studio right now putting the finishing touches on the beta so that it's great when you guys are able to jump in tomorrow. So we'll have some updates on that as we go through the show, but we also wanted to bring in Nadeshot here to talk about all things first-person shooters, and we've got some live gameplay of Battlefield 1, which is just going online for, I think if you're like a subscriber to the EA Early Access program, you get to play up to 10 hours of it this weekend. So Matt, we've seen you doing a little streaming of Battlefield 1 over the past couple weeks, right? The beta and things like that?
Yeah, I've actually been a big fan of Battlefield for a while.
Yeah.
I just never got into the new iterations of the game. So I played like Bad Company 2 back when I was younger. I hope that's the name of the franchise. I played it.
Bad Company. Yeah,
I
cool.
was just really, really young at the time. And then my gear was switched when I played Halo, Gears of War, and Call of Duty. So I'm actually revisiting it now that I'm older.
Okay.
And I'm actually really super excited about it because we did play the beta a little bit.
Yeah.
We only had, I think there was one map, actually. I think it was one map. If I'm not mistaken. I did a couple live streams. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
I think it's like one of the first ever first-person shooters besides CSGO that I'll actually play on PC.
Okay.
Just
it looks
because,
incredible on PC. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, not to discredit Battlefield in any way, but I think Call of Duty has been one of the only titles to really capture the intuitiveness that you need with the game engine to make the game feel as smooth as Call of Duty does.
Yep.
But Battlefield 1 for the PC for me is perfect. You get to tweak all your settings. I got to actually, for the first time ever, I think we saw them change the settings around so that you could have an FOV slider on console, which was really, really interesting. But yeah, it was so great on PC. I had a lot of fun with it.
All right, well, let's jump in here. Battlefield 1. You're playing on Xbox One here.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously Call of Duty's got Infinite Warfare multiplayer beta happening this weekend, but Battlefield, the game, is coming out a couple weeks earlier. And the thing I think everyone knows about this game is it looks absolutely incredible, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Just the things that are happening all around you in real time. I mean, look how realistic. You got the sun setting or rising. Not sure. Is that east, wait, we got east or west?
Are we looking east or west?
Oh, east. Oh, it's rising.
Rising.
That's
all right.
what that
Dawn
means,
of a
right?
new day.
So we're in Conquest, which I believe this is 32 on 32. Actually, might even be bigger than that. 64 on 64. Wow. I should have done my homework. But this is sort of like a domination type mode where you have to get control of all these points. As we could travel across the water, we got one of my homies over here probably coming on a boat. Yeah, he's going real fast.
All right.
But I'm not going over that castle. I'm not going to do that to myself because I'm having a little harder time aiming as it is. I'm going to get a kill. See, Conquest is probably not the best game mode for me to be jumping into because the maps are so incredibly huge as an explosive goes off right in front of me. And, ooh, yo, is that a guy? I can't even see. My eyes are
You are a little far from the monitor
me.
here. We're making you play across the studio.
Yeah, that's okay. That's totally okay. I'm gonna roll with the squad right now. I wish. See, I need to really dive in this game. I played what is it? Battlefield 1943. That for me. That was a good couple weeks. Just because I've always been locked into the same titles. It's something new and it's something fresh. I know there is a very there's a huge, almost like a cult-like following around Battlefield.
Yep.
And they've absolutely crushed Call of Duty in terms of hype. I know we just had the Deadlock Debate.
Right.
So what happened was Infinite Warfare put out their trailer for their game, and then right after that, Battlefield came out with theirs, and it was like they threw a knockout punch.
Well, that was the first trailer with like Seven Nation Army in it, just like this. I mean, when I originally heard about this game, probably a year ago, it was like I heard World War I. I'm like, I don't really know like how that's gonna work. Like, you know, people like sort of more modern technologies in games, and they've done a really good job, I think, of bringing it to life.
Is that what is going on? I'm gonna send some shots down. See, that's the thing. I think we've seen like. I don't know what I can compare it to, but like I can imagine. Oh wait, damn! What am I doing? I can't talk and play at the same time. He's right in front of me. So here's how I see it. So you've got like fashion, right?
Yep.
And right now, for whatever reason, it's really cool to have holes in your clothes. And like back a couple years ago, it was cool to wear retro stuff, right?
Yep.
Right now, hold on. I gotta reload. One sec. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Well, that just happened. I'm not very good at talking and playing.
Exactly.
Here's what happened: is we had Modern Warfare 1, we had Modern Warfare 2, we had all these games going after this modern gameplay, and then all of a sudden, everyone decided, oh, let's take it to the future, and that was just the worst.
And then it got
idea.
too crazy, right?
It got
it's
way too crazy because these games just try to reinvent themselves every time they come out. And I think people are just sick and tired of fighting with robots, and it's not my. I'm getting shot at. You got to stop.
You're right, but Modern Warfare, that leap, and we're gonna have you play a little Modern Warfare in a little bit because that's remastered, and that was an amazing game. It was so fresh, but you're right. Now it feels like for the past 6 or 7 years, everyone's done this futuristic warfare.
And that's exactly what happened. Is you had this Infinite Warfare where everyone was really, really upset that they were going back to space, and then all of a sudden, Battlefield comes in with a knockout haymaker and gives them not only like boots on the ground gameplay where you're not jumping around everywhere, and they give them World War I.
Yep.
I think everybody that's playing Call of Duty nowadays are looking forward to Call of Duty, hopefully going back to more of like a modern style.
World War II or something.
Yeah, something like that. Because here's the thing. Someone just ran in front of me again. I really cannot play and talk at the same time. Here's the thing about Infinite Warfare is because I'm not really buying into the fact that everyone's on this hate train. Like it was the most disliked video in like YouTube history.
And I thought that first trailer I didn't think was a very good trailer, but the trailer put a few weeks ago, the story trailer, I was like, I bought into that.
They had a lot of like questionable things with that trailer. They had like I'm in a tank. They had the David Bowie like knockoff song in a very poor timed manner. And here's the thing. I don't want to play in future Call of Duty anymore, but the thing about Call of Duty is that it's always the same game engine every single year. So you always get that classic feel. And the good thing for anybody that's looking forward to playing Remastered and has been sort of on the fence about Infinite Warfare is the fact that a lot of people think that they're just copying and pasting Black Ops 3. When I've heard and have played a little bit, I got to get out of here. I've heard and played a little bit that the game's a lot heavier. So I think Infinity Ward has saw all this feedback that people don't really want to be playing with jetpacks and flying around, and they want boots to ground back. So I think they're making the gameplay a little heavier and making it so that the game itself is still going to be okay to play. Now, I'm not looking forward to like a black hole generator and all these different tactical and lethals.
Yeah.
And I really did not want them to go back to the specialists that they had with Black Ops 3. I think they're calling them rigs now. But I'm still gonna play the game. Everyone's like giving me talking trash to me because I'm excited to play Infinite Warfare. Call of Duty, I've been playing it for 10 years.
You always play it every year.
Yeah,
right?
every single year.
Exactly.
And like people pull up my old tweets, like because I went to Sledgehammer and I went to go play Advanced Warfare back in the day. Where's the camera?
Yeah.
I have never been paid by Call of Duty to talk about the fact that I like it. I have never been paid by anybody to have an opinion about Call of Duty.
Right.
So I'm genuinely always excited to play new Call of Duty, see what they have to offer.
Chance.
Yeah, of course you want to give them a chance. So I'm going to play Infinite Warfare. And I understand like there are some diehard fans that are so adamant about the fact that they don't want to play it because it's in space, they're going the wrong direction with the game. But it's the same thing. Like they're using the same game engine, the same mechanics. What do you get? You get new maps, you get new guns, you get new kill streaks.
That's where your friends are probably playing.
That's I don't understand the hive mind and the hate train.
Well, the thing is, people can play both, and obviously this weekend the beta will be out. I'm sure you'll probably be on the beta there, and you're going to come back in a minute because we're going to play a little Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah, because the Battlefield has. Oh, hold up, Battlefield hasn't been going that well for me. Oh, hey, that's a headshot. You can turn out one time. Oh, did they see it? Oh, come on.
Look at this. All right, the horses are raging in. All right, thanks very much, Matt. We will see you in a few minutes for a little Modern Warfare Remastered. Be sure to check out primetimevoting.com right now, guys. We're going to leave it open throughout the rest of the show. We got some more quizzes and updates going on there. And still tonight, we got more. We got Kyle Bossman, our unlicensed game therapist with Dear Bossman. We got my take on scattered release dates that may reference some of the stuff that's going on right now with Battlefield 1. And finally, the Naked and Famous are going to be here live performing 2 tracks, and we cannot wait for them to be here. All right, well, before we've got another look at Marvel's upcoming film, Doctor Strange. It's in theaters November 4th. Check it out.
What if I told you your reality is one of many? Doctor Strange.
Forget everything you think you know. The Avengers protect the world from physical dangers. We safeguard it against more mystical threats. Join us.
You cannot stop this.
Mr. Doctor, actually.
Rated PG-13, November 4th. Get tickets now.
That is Doctor Strange. Looks absolutely amazing. And now we are back here with Nadeshot to talk about the other franchise, Call of Duty. And Modern Warfare Remastered is available on PlayStation 4 if you managed to sort of pre-order the game. This was the special incentive a month before Infinite Warfare came out. Matt is here on PS4 now playing it. And we're going to try and do, this is the training.
This is the FNG run.
Yep.
One of the most famous Call of Duty campaign. I mean, it's not technically a mission, but everybody was doing this. So that was one thing I didn't get to, is the fact that we're getting essentially 2 brand new Call of Duty games.
Yes.
A lot of people have played this franchise.
Yes, but for a lot of people it is new because
they start with Modern Warfare 2, arguably the most popular Call of Duty. This is by far my favorite. Call of Duty 4, incredible game. You get 2 games when you buy it. Like, I know there's controversy, the fact that you got to buy Infinite Warfare to play Remastered. But yeah, we're going to try to do the FNG run. And
in
we're
15 seconds,
In 15 seconds.
Now, wait a sec, Matt, because we have primetimevoting.com right now. We want you guys to go there right now and tell us, do you think Nadeshot can do it? In 15 seconds. Vote. Lock in your vote right now. Matt, do you think you can do it?
See, I could definitely do it if I'm sitting at home on my monitor. You got me playing on this brick TV.
All these excuses.
I got, I'm the king of excuses. That's the only thing I do.
You're so far away from the monitor.
Yeah, man, the sun's in my eyes. Like, I just ate some popcorn before I came up here. It's a problem. But yeah, we're going to try to beat it under 15 seconds. I think the world record's like 9.5. It's something absolutely insane. You'll see.
What is your best time so far?
I actually haven't jumped into it. Back when I was a little youngin', when I was like 16 years old, I was pretty damn good at this.
People, I think, on the vote, I don't think they think you can do it, man.
What? Wait, where do you see that at? Are you just...
Most people think you
trying
can't
to motivate me or something?
No, exactly. Right now, most of the people said 59% think you can't do it.
All right, I'm going to turn up. All right. Okay. But you can't... You got to do the commentary.
Okay, here we go. Nadeshot.
Oh, no.
15 seconds. Here we go. Get ready.
I don't have my stuff.
Here's the time. 1. It's counting down. Moving all the way through.
No. Oh, yeah.
Hit the target.
We're just going to go to the end now. Hold on.
Maybe not on the first run. We'll give you a second try.
Yeah, I got to get some practice. I got to throw my flash. All right, I'm warmed up now. Hold on.
All right, ready? Here we go. All the way through. Hit all the targets.
Yeah, don't try. Where do they go?
He didn't do it in 15 seconds. Can you do it under 30? That's the question.
Oh, see, I just flashed myself.
Flash yourself, that's not
here's
gonna
the thing.
work.
I'm good. I need another crack at it, and I missed something.
Oh, God.
This is literally my
Backtracking.
worst nightmare incarnated into. I missed one. You see that?
Right, here we go.
My aim has never been my strong suit. So, and now, yeah, see, now I can do this.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and there we go. I should have got a practice run in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they're going to have me on recruit. You're going to think I never played this game. Hold on. All right, see.
There you go. 51 seconds. Recruit. That's awesome. Recruit.
Everybody thinks I'm bad at this game already.
We're going to do it again. Here we go.
Yeah,
Great thing is we got a second try.
I'm warming up to my sensitivity roll. Like, you ever hear that I play on 6-6 sensitivity?
All right, let's give Matt a little motivation here in the crowd. Nadeshot, you can do it. Here we go.
We're doing this.
Try
again.
2. On the clock. Feeling good. You're familiar with the map. You remember it. Going all the way through here. Look at this. He's already moving quicker. I don't know if he's going to make 15, but I think he's going to make 25, maybe 30.
I got to reload. I don't have my pistol. No. Okay. And we're choking again. They call me choke shot.
You have another try, Matt. Don't worry.
See, a lot of people that I see do it. Hold on, give me one more try.
There you go. 23. All right, that's you
give
just
me
halved your time.
I'm getting used to the
You
TV.
have your time. You're on hard and difficulty. All right, one more try here for Nadeshot.
Well, how much time we got, Jeff, on this segment, huh?
You want? You can do it a third time.
Yeah.
You need a fourth time?
I need 4 times.
Okay, 4
at
times.
least.
We'll give you 4 times for Nadeshot. Here we go.
All right,
time 3.
See, the thing is, you have people that have to have this down to a science where, like, they're literally cocking their stun flashes back before they're even coming around the door. I gotta take out my pistol because I ran out of ammo. Oh, man, I'm just gonna
improve your time.
15 seconds is tough, man. See, problem is I didn't reload this, and now I'm screwed. All right. We're gonna conserve our ammo this time. 23 on the dot.
Okay.
I'm calling at least 17.
Is this your last shot? You're gonna do it 17.
I mean, I'll do it until I'm blue in the face. I don't know how much time you gotta show.
Just keep going.
I don't think the audience is gonna sit here
15
that
seconds.
long.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Matt's on the clock. Here we go.
I'm gonna do this.
17 seconds. He called
There
it.
we go. There we go.
He's moving.
Oh no, I threw. Oh no! See, you're talking to me and stuff, and I don't.
Let's do one more try.
Okay.
Complete silence.
Yeah. See,
complete silence for the next time.
my blood sugar's a little low. I haven't eaten since
We're gonna turn the
noon.
lights down a little bit so you can't complain there in your eyes.
that'd
We're
be
gonna perfect
no,
test,
the sun is blaring. This
test
is
conditions.
a
All right, we'll bring the lights down a little bit for you.
Everybody in the
Matt. Here we
audience
go.
kind of talking too loud. Like it's just.
All
See,
these excuses. All right.
Yeah.
Matt, this is your final attempt. Complete silence, please. I'm not going to say anything. 17 seconds, Nadeshot.
This is my nightmare.
All right. Here we go.
Hold on.
On your mark.
I'm making sure I'm reloaded.
Fully.
Okay, I'm gonna say a little prayer here. Please.
Okay, on your
All
mark.
All right,
Get set,
good.
go.
All right, I'm in this. This is it.
Flashbang through the door. Position 4. Hit the target.
Nah, that's all she wrote. Can I get 20 at least? It's so slow. See, you gotta time out all your reloads and all your ammo, and I just don't have that down pat, so it's not gonna happen. Everyone that voted against me was correct.
Well, nice try. Let's give it up for Nadeshot. It's all good. How about you next week? Maybe you can come back next week and you can prove it.
How about, I'll come back next week. How about this? I'm gonna send it to you personally on Twitter. I'm gonna make a video where I get 11 seconds within the next like 2 days.
Next 2 days,
Actually, no, the
guys.
beta's out. I'm not gonna play that.
Okay.
Give me like a week. I'm gonna come back with
next week.
11 seconds.
11
I'm gonna have
seconds
the video
next
on a
week.
USB
Optic
drive.
made.
They better load it up.
Okay, and then you're gonna prove it live here. 11 seconds next week.
Yeah, if you get me a monitor.
Okay. We'll get whatever you want. Optic
Got me
Nade.
playing on a TV from 2008.
We're gonna have perfect test conditions next week. Optic Nade. Can he do it in 11 seconds?
I'm a poor sport.
Okay, well, hey, the good thing is there's another week, another show.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
All right, round 2 for Nadeshot. All right, thank you very much, Matt. Great to have you with us. This next segment, the ESRB has rated F for Feels. Our unlicensed game therapist, Kyle Bossman, is back to console some very troubled games in this edition of Dear Bossman.
I'm Kyle Bossman. This is Dear Bossman. Let's see who we can help tonight. Dear Bossman, I just wanted to let you know that everything is fine. Thanks. Gran Turismo Sport. Obviously, we should not jump to conclusions, but this is probably a cry for help. Right now, GT Sport has no release date. How'd you go from this exact date, pre-order now, get ready for November 15th, to we have no idea? I don't know when that game's coming out. We're working on it. I don't think it's a bad thing. To all the other games who watch this show, that's good. That's good when you don't announce your release date. I know you gotta get your pre-orders. Just keep that a secret. Keep that a secret until you are positive, always. I'm gonna keep repeating that for the rest of all time. Let us know. If you really aren't okay, it's fine. Just write us. Write us and tell us what's going on over there. Is it online stuff? Is that what's slowing you down? Is it the VR? Are you having troubles with VR? Just let us know, we'll help. Dear Bossman, Battleborn here. No. No. I guess I should read it. Knock knock. No way. I'm not doing that. Do it, please. Knock knock. Who's there? Overwatch. Overwatch who? That's what I'm saying. Sincerely, Battleborn. Oh, that's so stupid. Dear Bossman, so it seems that all of the DC superhero movies are real bad. Do you think this could negatively impact my own performance? Have a super day. Injustice 2. Well, that's an interesting question, Injustice 2, because this happens a lot where outside circumstances can affect how we perceive a game, and that game can't do anything about it. And you are right. Those DC movies are bad, stupid movies. Batman v Superman? Suicide Squad? Green Lantern? The BFG? PU. No more. No more of those. And more is coming. Justice League is coming. Get ready for Wonder Woman. They're all going to be bad. And so I can see where you think that might negatively impact you, and I can see why you might want to distance yourself as much as possible from these horrible movies. Because look at yourself, you are a pretty serious game. I'd love to see you go the other way. I'd love to see you on the silly side of DC. If you put Plastic Man in this game, who is my favorite DC superhero, if you put him in this game and he's a central part of the plot, I'm in, I'd be so happy. Plastic Man, no, that's Darkseid. Hey, don't worry about it, I'm invincible. Bonk! That's the advice I want to give you, but it's not the advice I should give you, which is not to pump the brakes, but to slam on the accelerator, go all in. Go all in on this dark and gritty DC universe you want to be in so bad. If you want to have like some strip club in the back, fine. Sure, that makes sense in your dumb dark DC world. If you want to give a weird muscle body to Blue Beetle and then throw a Ninja Turtle face on his head, sure. You know why? Because that's your vision. And it's at least consistent. You have a look, you have a direction. And that is frankly more than most video games can say. So to you, I say, have a super day. I don't like it. That is all the time we have for tonight. I'm Kyle Bossman. This has been Dear Bossman. Hope to see you next time.
All right, tonight I wanted to give you my take on an alarming new trend in gaming. It's the idea of bastardizing a game's release date in order to artificially inflate pre-orders and subscriptions. Now, you've probably come across this in the past. You think a game is coming out on one day, only to find out that there's actually early access. Maybe it's just a day early like Dishonored 2 next month, 4 days early like Gears of War 4's Ultimate Edition last week, or what is clearly the most complicated game release in history, Battlefield 1. In fact, today marks the start of Battlefield 1's Play First. You just saw Nadeshot playing a little bit of it. But listen to this. Today, if you're an Origin Access on PC or EA Early Access subscriber on Xbox One, you can play 5 maps, 4 modes, and 2 single-player war stories in Battlefield 1 up to a maximum of 10 hours of gameplay, a full 8 days before the full game releases on October 21st. But that's not all. This is a full 5 days in advance of the Battlefield 1 Early Enlister package that goes live on October 18th and gives you early access to the complete Battlefield 1 experience on Xbox One, PS4, or PC. Note that you don't need to pre-order the game to unlock Play First. You just need to be an Origin Access or EA Early Access subscriber, although Origin Access subscribers will receive a 10% discount on the full game. What is this madness? I can't even understand. I just want to play this game. Now, if games want to be treated as art, we have to start communicating in a way that doesn't make figuring out when you can actually play the game about as fun as trying to book your DMV appointment. Today, the communal magic of that midnight unlock of a game, we're all waiting on Steam for something to unlock at midnight, is lost because a game's release date is so scatterbrained. Now, I fully admit it's hard to coordinate a game's release around the world. Australia often gets to play games first, and often the whole release strategy is spoiled when some kid on YouTube or Twitch gets an early copy and plays through the whole damn thing weeks before anyone even gets to access it, even the press. In fact, the most annoying thing to me is how game companies often refuse to let the press talk about a game in advance or are resistant to show any footage of a game on shows like this to avoid spoilers, only to have the whole thing spoiled anyway when people start streaming it. The developers often get enraged when this happens. You see quick takedowns issued, and people on the forums are posting footage that has to be removed. Everyone tries to put the genie back in the bottle, but you know who gets screwed? The regular gamer who just wants to sit down and experience a game for the first time from start to finish alongside their friends and talk about it the next day at school or work. Now, I get the idea of giving some fans access to a game a day or so early as a special perk, but some of these new release plans literally required a complicated chart to understand what you can play when. Developers and game publishers need to have enough confidence in the quality of the products that they don't need to resort to these early access parlor tricks to prop up their pre-orders, subscriptions, and services. Because if this trend continues, the whole concept of anticipating a game's release date is kind of a fool's errand. But that's just my take. All right, well, now we're going to move on to some amazing music. We are so excited because here to play a song from their new album, Simple Forms, which comes out tomorrow, is a band that I absolutely love. They come all the way from New Zealand. Please give it up for the Naked and Famous. So awesome. Thank you so much, guys. That was incredible. Congrats on the new album that is coming out tomorrow. Now, you are here on Live with YouTube Gaming, so we got to ask about your gaming cred, and it turns out that you guys are big gamers, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah? What kind of games do you guys like to play?
Well, on the bus, we played Killing Floor for quite a while, actually. We had a LAN going on the bus, which is pretty
so
difficult.
all you guys were all playing a little bit of that? All right.
That's quite difficult to do when the bus is like moving and the internet connection is pretty terrible, so yeah.
We also played Diablo as a team, so that was pretty fun, trading like gems and armor and leveling up and killing demons together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty hardcore. And I heard that someone built a Taj Mahal in Minecraft.
This guy.
This guy?
Jesse.
All right. That's incredible. Well, it's awesome that you guys get to play games, even though you're on the road, constantly touring. I know you got a big tour coming up this fall. But you did something really special for us, and we're so excited about this because one of the things we want to do on this show is have bands come on and cover some of great songs that have been in video games. And you picked a song. When I heard this, I was so excited because this was an iconic song for a video game that was featured in a lot of the TV spots and inside the game. Tom, why don't you tell us which one you picked?
Yeah, well, it was one of our favorite bands from Los Angeles, Health.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a great excuse to cover
This,
them,
of course,
to be
was from
honest.
Max Payne 3 from Rockstar Games. You guys probably remember this. Tears by Health, an awesome track for a very cool and underappreciated action game. So here is the Naked and Famous performing Tears by Health. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to seeing you on tour this fall. And, of course, the new album, Simple Forms, is out tomorrow, so make sure to stream it, check it out, and thanks so much. Really appreciate it, guys. All right, we got a great show coming up for you next week. I want to thank, of course, Nadeshot, Melanie Mack, and MatPat for joining us live here. But next week, we got the guys from Funhouse stopping by. We've got an exclusive new look at Watch Dogs 2 from Ubisoft. We've got our Doctor Strange Mind Game Challenge, and the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the brand new remastered next-gen version is coming up, and we'll have the first look at that next week with Nadeshot. We are really excited about that. Thanks for watching live with YouTube Gaming. We'll see you next Thursday night live right here on YouTube. Have a good night. Awesome.